Hello everybody, welcome to Bo's Tiny Kitchen. My name is Bo. This is my first YouTube video ever. And in this video, I would like to show you how to cook rice without using rice cooker. This is actually a question asked by my friend a few days ago. She doesn't have a rice cooker, but she asked me if it is possible to use an ordinary pot, any pot, to cook delicious rice. I said it is possible. So now, in this video, I'll show you how to do it. It's quite easy. You only need to know some certain techniques. Remember it, and you will do it. Okay, now, as you can see, I already put certain amount of rice in the pot. And next step is to put water in it. But how much water we should use? This is actually a really tricky question. A lot of my friends asked me before, how much water should we put and whether we should use this kind of cup to measure the water. I said it's not necessary. It is actually pretty easy. But first of all, we need to wash the rice. Don't forget this. Normally, when you buy rice from the supermarket, it is kind of quite clean, so you don't need to wash a lot of times. And although you can see the water is kind of like white-ish, but it is not necessary to wash it until it's completely clean. And also, there's one saying says that such white color water is actually contains a lot of nutrition from the rice. So do not wash them all. So just twice is good to me. So a lot of people require 3 times. I don't think I think it's too much. Now comes the tricky part. How much water we should put? See, slowly, not too much water in just one time. Slowly put in it until now we need our finger. You see, here is a line of our finger, and the first part of a finger, we need to put our finger into the pot. Into the pot, how deep it should be? Normally, the line should be around at the first line here, or normally I prefer to put it less than the first line because I enjoy eating, the rice is a little bit hard and bouncing. I do not enjoy it, the rice is a little bit too wet. It's not delicious. So yeah, this much water is perfect for me. I choose here, but you can adjust. The maximum amount is stopped by this line. Do not over this line, otherwise it's going to be too much. So now, it's good for us to put the pot over the stove. Okay, now as we can see, the water in the rice is actually boiling. So now what we need to do is to turn down the stove, the heat of the stove, to the minimum, and waiting until the water get out. And here comes the next technique. You see, there are some tiny holes appear on the surface of the rice, and there are bubbles in the hole. That means the time is perfect. Now what we need is a cover. I'm sorry, I only have this cover. This pot doesn't have its cover for itself, so I have to use this one. But yeah, if you have a pot with a cover, it would be perfect. And now it's time to minimize the stove and put cover on it, and then we set the timer to 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, everything will be different. And another question you might ask is why we put cover over the pot for 10 minutes? It is actually quite hard to answer this question, is because related to cooking, a lot of techniques I actually get down from generation to generation. I learned this knowledge from last generation. My mom told me that we need to put the cover over the pot 10 minutes. If it is more than 10 minutes, the bottom of the rice would stick on the pot, and there is also a possibility that it might get burned. If it is less than 10 minutes, there also might be possibility that some rice inside some of the rice might be still a little bit hard, so it would not really delicious. So yeah, this is the knowledge I get from my family. So I also would like to introduce to you. Okay, now we're still waiting. I think it should be just maybe few seconds. It'll be 10 minutes. And after that, the rice will be done. It will be super fast, and it's quite easy, I have to say. Of course, it is more easy to use a rice cooker. Yeah, this is the time. So we turn off the stove and remove the cover. Be careful of hot, and it's okay. Now we can see the rice is done, and it's soft. And yeah, I'm cooking this almost every day, so I can tell you that it is delicious. It is fantastic. So this is for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you get something from this process and continue the topic before. Of course, using rice cooker is a lot easier, but I prefer still today. I prefer to use pot to cook rice is because I can adjust the texture of the rice. If I want to eat, a little bit soft rice, I would put more water or cook for a longer time. That would be possible. And such process is really to do some adjustments. So yeah, this is my favorite way to cook rice. Hope you get something, and I'll see you next time.